We know that one person is still missing. Police and firefighters are coming in and out of the scene as we speak. This is a very fluid situation out here. At any point, we could be asked to move back. As the sun is coming out, we're getting a better look at the damage to that duplex. You can see the charred remains there. There's still a heavy smell of smoke out here. The roof collapsed onto itself. This event is actually outdoors to adhere to those social distancing standards. So I want to show you, they have actually set out different stickers to mark those 6 foot apart distances. Make lots of new friends out here like I am with these giraffes. The temperature is still freezing cold out here. Last time I checked it was 9 degrees, so we're in the single digits right now. Here's a really interesting contraption that caught my eye. So this is Casey and his son Roman. Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? Well, this is really neat. How are you guys staying warm in here? I feel like I'm surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors. All these balloons are coming to life around me. Pull on it really hard. Immediately it inflates. So that can actually stay inflated for up to 90 seconds, which could be life-saving. Fines for folks who leave their cars unattended. Those fines could run you up to $60. Just 5 minutes ago, we heard and saw a couple of flashbangs go off. Volunteers and staff busy handing out 350 meals to these families. Take a look at the house where this fire started. You can see that black smoke imprint surrounding that window. The weather is still absolutely gorgeous. The water feels great, and the sights are scenic as they come. Keep it to 3 ingredients, and you can keep eating what you already like. Just toss in some superfoods. I'm gonna take a bite out of this pepper right now. That's pretty good. If you want to make sure your package gets to where it needs to go and on time, I'm going to give you a few tips. First of all, make sure you ship it in a sturdy box. These slippery, icy roads did pose quite a challenge for firefighters. Dozens of shots fired into the dark along East Boulder Street, jerking neighbors awake in the middle of the night.
I was sleeping and I heard a succession of really quick shots.
We started hearing the gunshots move seemingly closer to us.
And then there was a break. And then more, and it sort of kept going like that.
As they sought shelter, they checked in on each other.
We're sitting in the bathroom texting those guys and feeling pretty worried.
We're really tight-knit. Everybody knows everybody. We walk around, we talk to each other.
When police showed up, they narrowed down their search for the person responsible to this home near El Paso Street. We saw them escort a man out in handcuffs, and police later confirmed they'd made an arrest. In the daylight, officers collected evidence. More than 60 small caliber and shotgun shell casings, even a shotgun. The shot struck one home, a close call, but everyone on this street is okay.
I'm glad no one was hurt.
We're safe, stoked about that, and super tired. Last night was a tough little wake-up call.
Always watching out for you, Colorado Springs, Jessica Barreto, News 5.
Sissy, I know tonight was supposed to be prom night, so will you go to quarantine prom with me?
Yes.
It started with a surprise promposal from 9-year-old Tyson to his 18-year-old sister, Jacelyn.
He's the most amazing little boy.
Their mom, Erica, didn't want this pandemic to rob her daughter of another special moment.
My heart, was broken when we found out school was going to be canceled and prom was canceled. Her little brother heard and wanted to be a part of it.
So how did it feel to see your brother walk in there and catch you totally off guard with that?
Oh my God, it was the coolest thing ever. I wasn't expecting any of it.
So Tyson happily stepped up to be her date, while Jacelyn's boyfriend Zach joined remotely. And together they escorted Jacelyn to her own home prom, right in her living room.
The way they put it on, everything was amazing.
Surrounded by a sea of balloons and bright lights, they danced, laughed, and embraced each other's company.
We just gotta make the most of what we have.
For this brother and sister, prom turned out better than they could have ever expected.
This has been the best night of my life. It's been so fun.
Best night ever. I couldn't have asked for anything more, and I'm pretty special and lucky that I have them in my life.
They got to make this night their own and build these memories together.
It's cool that I get to take my brother to his first prom, and he gets to take me to my last.
Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado, Jessica Barreto, News 5. Christopher Lewis is overcoming his past to work towards the future ahead of him.
You got to keep pushing. If you want to be successful, then you're going to be successful.
He joined the Army back in 2009 and was medically discharged in 2012 after 2 deployments to Afghanistan. It was around this time, he tells me, he fell with the wrong crowd and went to prison for his involvement in a robbery. But he was determined to rebuild his life as soon as he got out on parole in 2017. So in 2018, he enrolled as a full-time culinary student at Pikes Peak Community College. To make ends meet, he had a work-study job as an advisor to other veterans, but the pandemic took that job away. So he reached out to the Pikes Peak Workforce Center for help. They were there to provide grant money that helps parolees find jobs.
Sometimes they're the hardest hit and hardest to get jobs, and we really need to be able to journey with them.
Lewis was looking to drive garbage trucks since the early shifts are convenient, so the program covered the cost of his commercial driver's license, and 4 months after he started his search, he had the job and the chance to focus on long-term goals.
Now I'm able to get rid of the credit card that I had to use during this pandemic just to get by, so that I can start talking to a realtor so I can go buy my own home myself. So it's already setting me up for success.
And now, 2 semesters away from graduating, Lewis can focus on his dream of becoming a pastry chef, maybe even one day opening his own bakery. After all, he says, once we can look beyond life's obstacles, finding success can, well, be a piece of cake.
A lot of people stop themselves mentally from being successful at something. And that's one thing I've tried to strive for, to never let any negative impact pull me back.
Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado, Jessica Barreto, News 5.